3 secret abundance teachings. I'm so glad you're here watching this video right now. I'm very excited to share this information. It's changed my life, and I know it will change yours as long as you use it, as long as you apply it. So, are these actually secrets? No, they're not. They're universal truths hiding in plain sight. And when I say hiding, I'm not saying someone is intentionally hiding them from us. They are teachings, pieces of truth, information that's found in various ways in a lot of different teachings from the past 2,000 to 3,000 years on planet Earth. A lot of sacred texts hold pieces of these. And it's not information we are typically taught. So we go through the world trying to experience abundance, build prosperity with a very limited amount of information. So I want to share this stuff with you because it's changed my life. It has changed all of my clients' lives and businesses as long as they applied it. Right? The trick is a lot of the times we want to be taught something, but we don't want to have to change. So the caveat here is this stuff works. It really, really works. When I started studying and practicing this stuff just under 10 years ago, my life and my business were in a really, really different place. And with these teachings and also mentorship based on these teachings, my experience of abundance and prosperity has changed tremendously. I'll probably share a little later some of my client success stories so you can see what this looks like as it's actually happening. One other thing before we dive in here, these teachings are very simple. It's one of the reasons I believe that people overlook them so much. We want this magic bullet. We want this amazing thing, piece of knowledge, truth, teaching, whatever, to completely blow our minds. And we typically think that something like that will be complex, difficult, really, really layered and deep. So we will find something simple and powerful and ignore it or diminish its value based on its simplicity. So I really encourage you to not do that. These teachings are simple and they contain multitudes. They contain layers and layers and layers of truth. You could study this for 100 years and you still wouldn't have it all, okay? So it's simple. You'll understand what I'm going to teach here. And do not think it cannot change your life because it's simple. It's simple and it's powerful. One more caveat. I'm going to read a couple things. I know it doesn't make the best video content, but I want you to get this word for word. I'll share. I'm going to read from a couple of books, really short passages, but I want to read it word for word so you have it word for word. You'll be able to see the books. You'll know the titles. You can go get them, read them, study, etc. So, pardon the reading. It will be short. It will be brief, and it's here for you. So, the first teaching comes from a book called You Too Can Be Prosperous, written by Robert A. Russell. And the line that I wanted to read from you is this: the thing you desire is God wanting it through you. The thing you desire is God wanting it, that thing, through you. Secret teaching number 1. So why is that powerful? Why did I highlight that? Because when you have a true desire for something, like I don't mean just want like some French fries. I mean a true heart's desire to build abundance, to build prosperity, so you can change your life and change lives of all these other people around you. That's serving life. And when you have a desire like that, it's not just you. It's not just your ego wanting it. It's God, spirit, source, the universe, whatever word you like, wanting it through you. Why is that powerful? Because it is a power greater than you. That desire represents God wanting that thing. And if you think of it like that, I think it tends to be easier to go, well, if that's the case, and it's not just me, small I, wanting that thing, it's God wanting it through me, then it must be possible to be, do, or have that thing. Because if God's wanting it through me, is there something that God can't be, do, or have? No way. So it immediately builds our belief that it's possible, builds our faith that it's possible. And it can be a very effective tool when the voices of self-doubt, self-negation come up, telling you why you can't be, do, or have that thing, it can be a very helpful tool to quiet those voices, to push them to the side, to go, no, I will not listen to you. This is God wanting this through me. And there's nothing that God wants that God does not get to be, do, or have. So that's teaching number one. Teaching number two comes from a book called Working with the Law by Raymond Holliwell. This I am going to read because it's this powerful and I want you to get it word for word for word. So bear with me. It'll take about 20 seconds. True desire represents the urge of life seeking a fuller expression and is kept alive by continuous expectation of its fulfillment. It brings to us the ways and means for its manifestations. The principle explains, no desire is felt until the supply is ready to appear. No desire is felt until the supply is ready to appear. So I love this teaching. I love it for a few reasons. It's telling you again that when you have a desire, it's life or God wanting that thing through you. And why is it wanting it? Well, it's life seeking a fuller expression. That's what life does. That's why we exist, to help life express and expand, to help life serve. So when you have a desire, not only is it God wanting it through you, it's life seeking a fuller expression. What does it say? It's kept alive by continuous expectation of its fulfillment. So when we have a desire, when we want to build abundance and prosperity, one of the things that's key is to know, well, that desire is coming from a force greater than ourselves. And one of the ways we keep that desire alive is by continuous expectation of its fulfillment. Even if you don't see the way, even if it's taking longer than you want, even if other people are going, you're crazy for thinking you can have that or be that or do that, you keep continuous expectation. That keeps your channel open. What does he say next? It brings to us, the desire, brings to us the ways and the means for its fulfillment or its manifestations. So when the desire comes, the fact that you have the desire for abundance, for prosperity, or for whatever, it means that connected to that, it brings with it the ways and means for its manifestation, meaning you will be shown how to be, do, or have that thing. You don't have to go, well, oh my God, I want this, but how would I ever do it? Leave the how out of it. Why? Because life will show you how. It brings with it the desire itself, which comes from God through you, brings with it the ways and the means for its manifestation. Many, many people I have coached and taught get very hung up on the how. Okay, I want to make $10,000 this month. They immediately go to how. And once you're in how, you're in the intellect, you're trying to figure it out, and your mind will tell you why it can't happen. You just have to believe that it's going to happen because the desire brings the ways and the means with it. It will show up as opportunity in your life that you then act upon, that you then say yes to. And then he goes on to say the principle explains, no desire is felt until the supply is ready to appear, which means once you have the desire, it means the supply is ready to appear. It means the fulfillment of that desire is here and it's here now for you. How beautiful is that? It doesn't say, well, you have the desire, but you're going to have to wait 3 years to have it. No, it says once the desire is felt, the supply is ready to appear. That's how quick God works. God's time, life's time, the universe's time is always now. It's our minds that create a time gap or a time lapse between having the desire and receiving the thing. The last secret teaching, quote unquote secret teaching, hiding in plain sight, is from The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And he says this, bear with me again, I'm going to read it, but it's brief. He's talking about what he calls the formless substance, what other people I've heard call God substance, which just means the presence of God, life, source, spirit, is everywhere all the time. Everything, including the computer, the phone that you're watching this on, the microphone I'm holding, the couch I'm sitting on, it's all God substance. And what he's talking about, right, is this God substance, we form it, we bring it into form based on our thoughts and our feelings. So he's talking about having a desire and using our thoughts, using our mindset to form God's substance that is invisible, but it's all around us, into the thing we want. And he says this: you make your impression upon God's substance, you make your impression by holding the vision with unshakable purpose to attain it and steadfast faith that you do attain it. This is so powerful. Why? Because he's saying you have a vision for what you want. That's first. Why? Because it is that vision that you're holding in your mind's eye. You're giving God the mold. You're giving God the blueprint, saying, this is what I want. And when you hold that vision consistently, you're giving a consistent cue to God. When the vision changes, or sometimes you want it, sometimes you don't, God has no blueprint for creating the thing you want because you're being unclear with your desire. So you hold the vision. Oops, I dropped my sheet here. He then says, with unshakable purpose to attain it, meaning nothing's going to show up that's going to change your purpose, your commitment to attain it, to be it, to do it, to have it. And then lastly, you hold it with a steadfast faith, meaning because of the first two teachings, you know that the way is here, you know that the supply is here. So no matter what shows up in the world of appearances, no matter what happens around you in your surroundings, you hold the faith that you will be, do, or have the thing, that you will receive the prosperity, the abundance, the desire that you have. It will come into form. Your faith is what makes it so. The second you have the desire, it means the thing is on the way. You hold it in expectation no matter what. You know God is bringing it to you. You know God will show you the ways and the means through opportunity. You hold the vision, so it's a consistent blueprint through which God can create. You have a purpose to attain it, and you hold it with faith. Why? Because if your mindset starts to wobble, if you go, shoot, I might not get it. I don't think I'm going to get it because look at that and look at that and look at that. What you're doing is you're bringing doubt, worry, fear, lack of faith into the equation. And remember, your mindset determines all of this. God wants to bring you the thing. God wants you to have it more than you even want to have it. You make yourself receptive by holding faith that you will have it. So, this information is out there. These are not the only books. These are just books that have really touched me. And I love how they say these things. I love how they teach these concepts. It's out there. It's hiding in plain sight. But you're going to have to do more than just read this stuff. You're going to have to study it, and you're going to have to live it to apply it in your life. I have turned my entire life and my entire business around in a very short amount of time by living these teachings, by practicing them every day. And I have seen extraordinary miracles in my clients' lives when they apply it. I have seen people quadruple their income in less than a year. I've seen people go from $0 income to $40,000 a month. I have seen people manifest dream homes. I have seen people say, I have never felt closer to God in my entire life. I have seen people heal relationships, finally feel worthy, finally feel grateful for being alive, like complete and radical changes in their lives, all from practicing these things and the mindsets that go with it. These are, I could go on honestly for about 2 hours with all the success stories, all the amazing things I've seen happen in my clients' lives, in my life. And for now, I would rather you do this. Go practice this stuff. Bring people into your life, people into your corner who are committed to practicing themselves, who can help you along the way. If you do this, you will get what you want. You will create abundance in a way you never imagined, prosperity in a way you never imagined. And I want that for you. You deserve it. You deserve that and more. Everyone does. So go utilize these things. Go practice them. Go see what happens and report back. Share it with me. Share it with all of us watching this video so everyone else knows what's possible. All right. Go have fun. Godspeed. Go have fun creating. See you soon.